happy new week, everybody. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a new episode of Verse Sharing. I hope that your week is blissful thus far, and if you're having a difficult week, my advice to you is that you would lean into God's word, that you would surrender everything that is out of your control onto God and just let it go and give it to Him and ask Him to give you peace of mind. Anyway, to my returning subscribers, I just want to say thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. And to those that have subscribed to my channel, I just want to say thank you so much as well. I really appreciate the fact that everyone has taken their time to subscribe to my channel. I mean, it's free, I know, but I do appreciate the fact that you've taken that time. And to those that are watching but haven't subscribed to my channel, I just want to say come on and join the family. Come on and join my journey as I share verses, as I sometimes upload DIY videos, and probably, maybe, I don't know, 0.1% chance probably upload vlogs and so forth. So let's get straight into today's verse. So today I want to speak about our need to rush things. You see, I've been studying the book of Genesis, and I realized that God had made a promise to Abraham, right? But Sarah was not necessarily patient. Sarah reminds me a lot about us. So Genesis 16 verses 1 to 2. Now Sarai, Abraham's wife, had not borne him any children, and she had an Egyptian maid whose name was Hagar. So Sarah said to Abraham, "See here, the Lord has prevented me from bearing you children. I am asking you to go into the bed of my maid so that she may bear you a child. Perhaps I will obtain children by her." And Abraham listened to Sarah and did as she said. So we are constantly in an urgent need to rush things in our lives. And listen, I agree that the waiting is rather difficult and not easy. I completely agree with that. But it's not so much about the certain destination, but more over the journey. And most times in life, we have set a time frame to arrive at a certain destination in our lives at a certain time. And when that doesn't happen, we tend to fall apart, we tend to lose faith, and we tend to lose hope. But if I'm being honest, I am realizing that it's not really about the destination, but rather about the journey. You see, this journey that I'm in, my journey to success, my journey to the achievements I've set out for myself, my journey to achieving my goals, my journey to marriage, my journey to having children, all of this journey that I'm on, right? I am learning that Christ is building so much character in me. He's teaching me to have grace for myself and have grace for those around me. And most of all, I think He's teaching me an obedient heart. He's giving me a different perspective of how I view love. He's giving me a different perspective on how I view accomplishments. He's giving me a different perspective on how serving looks like. And moreover, He's giving me understanding for the things I really struggle to understand. And this for me has made me understand that it's not so important to rush to a destination, but to rather enjoy the journey. And while we're on this topic, let's be honest, because not enjoying the journey doesn't mean God will give us the things we've asked for any faster. It doesn't mean that the things we've prayed for will happen any faster. God takes His time, and at the right time, things will happen. At His time, at God's time, when He willed it, things will happen. But we should be so open into enjoying the journey, but not only enjoying the journey, but to look at what the journey is trying to teach us. Because we think the destination is so important, but the destination is really not that important. And it doesn't mean that when you get to a specific destination that you have set out for yourself, you'd probably be happy. I have found that trying to rush the journey or the process has left me rather feeling really weak, disappointed, and of little faith. But I've also found that surrendering all things to God and being open to enjoying the journey has rather left me wiser, has put me in a position to be more open-minded, has put me in a position to have a change in perspective. And that's what I hope for you today, that today we would have a change in perspective in how we choose to live our lives, that we would not just want to get to a certain destination, but we would enjoy the journey that we are currently on. As I was reading Genesis, and the story of Abraham actually starts in Genesis 11, and I was reading Abraham's story. You see, God had promised Abraham that he would make Abraham a father of many nations, right? And he had promised Abraham that he would also give him a child. And I guess for Sarah, it was rather harder to believe that at her age, she would eventually fall pregnant. But while going through Genesis and just reading the story of Abraham and meditating on the story of Abraham, I came to actually realize that, wow, God was actually doing something more in Abraham that I could have even comprehended. You see, the thing is that God was teaching Abraham great obedience that would move mountains, obedience that would change circumstances. And if you know the story of Abraham, then you know that God had given Abraham a son eventually, Isaac, and eventually God had asked that son back. And I think this is where God was testing Abraham, right? He was testing the journey that Abraham had been through, because in that journey, like I said, God was teaching Abraham great obedience, but then God was testing it when he asked him to give him Isaac back. God was seeing that everything I was trying, all the character I was trying to work in you, did it really stick? And you know what? Abraham passed that test with flying colors, because Abraham was willing to sacrifice Isaac. You know, so don't underestimate the journey, because the journey is here to teach you wonderful things. Things about yourself you didn't even know. Things about yourself you didn't know you enjoyed or disliked. The journey was helping you become or walk into oneself, helping you to become more of who you are. So don't neglect the journey trying to reach a certain destination. At the right time, you will reach that destination. And if you know the story of Abraham, then you know for a fact that God at the last minute, last minute, stopped everything. He was like, nah, this was just a test, child. You can chill. You're not giving up your son today. You're not giving him up as a sacrifice, you know. But God was testing that in the journey of Abraham's waiting, in his waiting to become a father of many nations, in his waiting for his promise. Did I really build the obedience I needed to build in Abraham? So don't neglect your journey. Learn what God is trying to teach you to learn, be it kindness. You know, maybe God is not necessarily trying to teach you to be kind towards yourself, towards others, but rather towards yourself. Maybe you're so harsh on yourself, you say negative words to yourself daily, and God is trying to change that in you. So when we've asked for the things we want, and we're asking God to give us those certain things, and he puts us through a journey, let us prepare ourselves for the things we've asked for. Let us prepare for ourselves for the success we've asked for. You know, I was speaking to a friend the other day, and I said, you know, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. But then I want all of these things, but am I prepared for those things? Am I prepared for the hard work that goes into all of these things I'm requesting for? So today, I encourage us to not discredit the journey, but instead allow God to use the journey to teach us what he wants to teach us, to build character in us, and also to prepare us for the things we have asked for. And trust me, in the right time, all the things you've asked for, if they're according to God's will come to pass. Because, you know, God does want to see us happy, and he knows what makes us happy. And as hard as it is to believe, even the things we've asked for, even if it doesn't happen the way we have asked for it to happen, trust me, when it does happen the way God sees it fit to happen, it will bring you more joy than you could have ever imagined. So yeah, today I'm just here to remind you to enjoy the journey, to take it easy, and just learn what you're meant to be learning on this journey. Anyway, I hope you have a good week further, and if you're not, remember to lean into God's word for you. Remember to meditate on his word for you. Remember to watch sermons, listen to gospel music, and just surrender it all to God. Because no matter how much you stress, no matter how miserable you are, if it is the way it is, it probably won't change until the time has come for the situation to change. Anyway, have a great week further. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.